Hi, hello. Today, we're going to be building a ship challenge, but it's secretly an episode of What the Base? Okay, maybe it's not so secret, but yeah, welcome back. It's been a while. I haven't uploaded in a bit. Sorry about that, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. So it's been so long, in fact. What page is What the Base on? Hold on. Here it is, dude. It's all the way on page 9. Up that to page 1, please, because today we're going to be working on this level. I don't know, it's been a really long time, but honestly, I'm still really proud of like what I managed to do in this part. Like, I think it turned out pretty well. And so today we're going to be going ahead and working on this next ship part right here. And yes, I do plan on making it one really long ship part all the way until here. So we've got this long of 2x speed ship part to work with. Very keen to start working on this. I don't think I'm gonna start working on this transition yet. I think I'm gonna save that for later. No, it's not because I'm lazy. Why would it be because I'm lazy? And I'm pretty much gonna treat this like a ship challenge. I'm pretty much just gonna be building a ship challenge in today's video, but then obviously decorating it in the style of the rest of the level here. So now I pretty much just need to make a ship challenge, I guess. I do want to focus on the structuring a little bit, and something I do want to maybe try and utilize are some little bits like this. If I chuck this guy there and then chuck these down like that, I'd like to use some little structures like that that kind of look like electron tubes even. Oh yeah, that's kind of neat actually. I also want to make the background like dark. I want to go for a dark part here. That's kind of what I want to do. I know I said I'd build the gameplay first, but I'm kind of not doing that. Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to commit to some deco first because I've got some deco ideas I really want to get going here. One of which is I'm going to go all the way to like layer 10 here, and I'm going to spam a bunch of these things and put them across the whole background like this. Looks kind of dumb now, but trust me, it will look good. Or I say will look good. I don't know that for sure, I guess, but I think it will. I hope it will. Now I want to use a pinch shader right here, and I want to use X and use Y. It has no effect. Do I have preview shaders on? I do, okay. Oh, I need to increase the radius. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's more like it. That kind of creates a weird effect with the icon all the way back there. I kind of like that, but I just want to do that for the background. So I'm going to chuck a shader trigger here as well, and then I can set that to just be B4. So it only does it with those squares there. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, so like that. That's kind of a neat background. It looks a little bit odd, but I do kind of like it. If I go ahead and just raise those up a little bit, copy paste them all the way to the top, and then, oh god, this is really weird to work with. Okay, they don't all load, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying, but that's fine, I guess. Oh, yes! That is exactly what I want! Oh, that's amazing. Oh my god. Yes! That actually looks good, dude. That actually looks good. Okay, cool. I do want to make these a little bit darker once again. Not super dark, but just like a little bit darker, you know? So now these things. Let me fill these in with blocks just like so. And I want to make them like a dark green blending. Kind of, but not really. Maybe it would look better if it was like not blending. Have it be real dark in there like that. And then what I want to do is I want to have some of these little guys, a little plant in there. I'd like to have that about there because it kind of matches the dome shape a lot nicer, but I don't know what to put below it. Maybe I can do like a little something like this, like a little plant pot type thing. Yeah, that kind of works. And then I want to make sure this is like a bright green blending. And then on top of that, of course, I want to do a nice bright green glow as well. Make it a lot darker so it's not quite as intense. And I'm just gonna make that like even bigger, like that. Yeah, so it kind of gives off this nice emanating light. Just something nice and simple like that. I think that's kind of cool, yeah. And then I can probably even go around here and change color of these outlines to the bright green like that as well. So it just kind of fits in a bit better. And I don't want to do that as a structure necessarily because it's kind of ambiguous as to what can like kill you, right? But I might use that as like in the block design type thing. So maybe I can have like a structure kind of sticking up the side like that as well. What I'm also tempted to do for this guy, right, is have him obviously, but then also have like it grow from smaller ones. So it starts from here and goes all the way up like that. I feel like some of these do go in slightly different directions though. So maybe if I get rid of those ones and then just have these. Yeah, I think that does kind of work. I need to shift this over to the right a little bit so it's a bit more centered. It's not a super smooth transition from this one to that one. I feel like you lose a little bit of these, which looks a little bit odd. Okay, while I was on the toilet, I had an idea. What if... Dumb thing to say, but yeah, what if I just cover that bit up, which is in there, and then I just give that the same group? I think that's pretty decent either way. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. It like changes as you go past it. I think that's neat. I'm happy with that. I think that's cool. cool. And so now that I've got my initial decoration idea down in the level, it's time to actually start working on the ship challenge itself. Like I said earlier, I did really want to try and focus on the structuring a lot, just so that it's a little bit easier to decorate later on, and just to give it a good foundation, essentially. But in terms of the actual gameplay itself, I wanted to try and do a little bit of click sync, actually. I feel like you don't see click sync too often in ship parts, but I really like ship parts that do, so I decided to add this black orb in here, where you kind of do the first click in line with the beat, and then hit the black orb, because this whole song, pretty much, is very solid on the beats. It's kind of buh, 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 throughout the whole thing, and this ship part is certainly no exception, so I wanted to kind of utilize that. And after trying a few other things, I ended up doing this mini ship straight fly here, followed by my favorite gameplay gimmick in ship of all time. The classic smack your head with a red orb and do a swoop is like, oh, it is so good. Gameplay creators, please do more of this. It's like actually so awesome. And then I just kind of made it so you have to swoop up, go through this blue portal, and then go through this weird straight fly-esque thing, but with saws in it. And I wasn't feeling super confident with the gameplay after that, but I decided to start structuring it, just in case it would turn out well with the structuring. But after spending quite a while on the structuring, I wasn't really that happy with it. So I made a copy of the level and started redoing the structuring to be more boxy style structuring, but kind of take some inspiration from Azurite by Silo with these blocks in the blocks here. A lot of design levels do this, but I really like how it was done in Azurite, so I wanted to try and do a similar thing in What the Base. Then after having a little bit of that done, I started placing some backing blocks to kind of color the different structures, so I knew like how I wanted to deco it in a way. And this was going all right, but I kind of had a bit of a realization. This is Azurite, what I was taking inspiration for this part, and this isn't a goofy level. This is a relatively simplistic but really nice looking and very polished level, which I have taken inspiration from with my own levels. But looking at the rest of the level, I realized that this is not the right path for What the Base. This is a goofy level. It's a little bit messy, a little bit all over the place, but that's kind of the charm of it. And I figured I was kind of losing that with this last part here. So I went ahead and made another copy of the level and deleted all the structures. Get rid of the structuring entirely. I was going back to basics, baby. Floating spikes it is. And I just got the general outline of the gameplay, and honestly, I'm really happy with how it turned out. So here it is, and honestly, I'm really happy with how this gameplay plays. It might be a little bit too hard for What the Base, but I don't know. I think it's fine. I can always balance it later. It's chill. But something you may notice about this layout here is that you have these kind of open spike sections here, and then you have these kind of closer tied up slope bits, right, like that. Cannot speak this morning, but yeah, we're going into another one here. And I think they're reasonable difficulty. But yeah, I did that because I kind of wanted to switch between two different structuring styles, so I can still think about the structuring without actually doing the structuring, right? And that's because I feel like this level benefits a lot from having a lot more of like a free-flowing approach, just kind of building as I go, decorating with what seems right at the time, if that makes sense. And plus with this floating spike gameplay, it is so easy to shift it around. I can just alter it however I like to fit the structuring a little bit better later on if I feel like I need to do that. Have I convinced you of this approach yet? Hopefully. Okay, so now it's time to actually decorate this, which I am nervous for, I won't lie. I think I might start off simple with just like single block structures like this. I think they should be relatively easy to do, and for that, what if I like take one of these and rotate it? I feel like I don't want to have something that obnoxious straight off. I feel like that's a little bit much. What I do want to do is I would like to do some rotating glow like that though, and so that'll rotate around, so that's kind of neat. Alright, and then we need like an actual base for this block. Maybe what I can do, if I chuck one of these blocks in here, right? Something like that, but maybe what I can do in the middle instead is make it the green color, like that. Okay, yeah, but maybe this kind of needs to be the green blending. That's very obnoxious, but we'll see how that goes. It's kind of awesome, actually. Hang on. I do like that, but I think it should probably have some form of a pulsing effect. So if I grab like a pulse trigger here, grab color 42, and then just make it a bit darker. If I get rid of that, and then just put like a 0.1 hold there, or maybe just make it faster. I think it just needs to be faster. What if I do like 0.05? Maybe the rotating glow is just not it, man. Anyway, the rest of this design that I want to do is I really want to do this trick I remember seeing in, I don't know, I've seen it in like a bunch of Shoxidian levels. What you do is you like have all of these, right? But then you make the base black blending, and then it's just the outline like that. And I think that's kind of sick. And then we can kind of manipulate that around in different ways. And then last but not least, let's chuck a backing block behind it because we need a backing block. We need it. Let's be real, bro. Yeah, that makes it look a lot better. Okay, cool. Something something else we can probably do is if I go in here to the saw tab, I'm going to grab this pulsing square, but scale it down and then chuck that on 7. So it's got like some black pulsing squares over just some of these. Oh yeah, I really like that. Okay, that looks cool. I like that. I like that. Now for these structures here, I do want to incorporate this design that I made earlier. What if I just chuck it like on the underside of something like this? I mean, it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. If I give this like a design of purple of some description, I don't know how, but somehow, probably using pixel blocks because I do need to do that. Yeah, what if I do like these in here? And then what if I chuck some of these like outlines over the top, but just kind of, whoops, rotate them sort of randomly and then give them all the rotating group? It's kind of crazy though. It's kind of awesome. I kind of love that. And that doesn't even have any glow yet. So once I add some glow to that, that'll look like a billion times better probably. Which I might even go all out and then add like this corner glow like so. Yes, but the smaller one, I reckon. I can even give them a bit of a different color to like highlight the edges, like accentuate them a little bit. And I feel like it would look a little bit nicer if I just scaled. Okay, if I just scaled this down a little bit, I'm gonna lock it so it scales evenly. So it's kind of got a little bit of layering to it. Yeah, that's cool. And then I can even go a step further and add some like black glow. Black but half opacity. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right, neato. So I don't want to do these structures super often because I don't want to do these super often, but I think that's cool. I think that's neat. This I do want to do decently often, not like super often again, but like have it every now and then, you know, have it hanging around. Oh, something I could do. Okay, hang on. Idea. If I grab a couple slopes like this, what I can do is I can warp it down like this. Just a little bit, just so it has like a bit of a nicer arrow shape. Oh, that is really nice actually. But what I was thinking is like stacking them like this, right? And then they can like shukunk like that. I think that would be really cool actually. Okay, so if I give them maybe like the dark purple perhaps, and then just kind of lighten them as they go up. I think that's cool actually. I like that. I was gonna put some glow over the top of this, but I don't think that's really gonna work. What if I just do an outline, right? Warp it in exactly the same way, like the exact same amount, like that. Oh, that's gonna overhang though. I want to use, where is it? I know it exists. I'm certain it's real, bro. Magenta Mountain. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, I'll use this slope instead and warp that one. Select that, copy paste it, flip it over, and then that'll create like a bit of a nicer outline to that. Like that together. And then maybe I could even give that the green color like that. And then maybe even give it a bit of an underglow. Because that flickers, so it's a lot more visible. Yeah, I think that's cool. I like that structure. I like that a lot. So I can chuck that like, I don't know, here type thing. I guess this would have to go down a little bit further, but that's fine. What the hell happened there? What? These are all rotated like randomly. Is that just an editor bug or is that a game bug? Uh-oh. It's literally linked together. I literally couldn't rotate those if I tried. Oh, no. Oh, they're all offset as well. Okay, this is a weird game bug, I suppose. Objects can sometimes randomly rotate themselves. That's awesome to know, actually. Really, really cool and epic. Ah, it's between grid spaces. Okay, get out of here. What I might do with these triggers is I might honestly loop them. So let me go ahead and do this, and then I'll just flip these opacities so it kind of goes back down. It shrinks again. So let's go ahead and give all of these a group. Let's give them multi-trigger, and then I'll just use the classic spawn ordered trick. Oh yeah, I love the spawn order trick, dude. It's so awesome. You know I had to make a sync. You know I did, dude. Of course I had to make a bloody sync. So now it syncs. This arrow structure is definitely still needing something though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what. I mean the movement, obviously, but it needs some more detail. Doing lightning like this could honestly work. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe if I chuck that on, do I want to do the purple blending or would the green blending work better? The green blending would be a bit much. What if I make it darker, maybe? Copy paste to flip it around. Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool, actually. Ooh, that glow's kind of neat. What if I make the base like absolutely nothing and then just put the glow there? Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually. I kind of dig that. It makes it look a little bit obscure, I guess. And that'll flicker a little bit as well. Well, after finishing that off, I decided to message a few of my friends to see if they wanted to try playtesting this part. I've already made the mistake once of making a ship part that's way too hard, so I wanted to make sure that this wasn't unreasonably difficult for this level. So I hopped in call with SD and Vortrox so that they can playtest this part.
Dude, your YouTube live page is so funny because it's like 15 streams of just my energy.
Yeah. Crafty Masterman made that thumbnail. It's amazing. The two like slope parts are like way harder than the rest of everything.
Yeah, right, okay.
But it might also be partially because like the spikes aren't even visible like with this background right now.
Yeah, true.
But they are definitely like significantly harder than this all the spike gameplay. This is really fun though. It's like satisfying to play for some reason.
Yeah, I think I would enjoy this on a computer.
Oh yeah, SD wasn't home at the time, so he was actually playing this on his phone, so don't mind his massive skill issue.
Yeah, I'm not much of a mobile player in general, though.
Oh yeah, you're struggling a bit, SD. Despite that though, there was one major thing that kept being brought up over and over again.
Oh my god, there's more slopes, dude.
The last slopey bit is really tough.
All the slopey bits are tough.
I'm not having too much trouble with the first one. It's the second one that's really getting me. Never mind, I beat it.
Hey, nice.
Yo, that was like really fun for some reason. I want to play it again. This is like, I don't know why, this is so fun to play. It's like crack.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to do a long ship part because like, I love long ship parts in levels. I'm like, I gotta do it, man. Also, I have a weird thing with speed changes. I don't like too many speed changes.
Yo, I'm so terrible with speed changes. Especially when they're invisible. I think retro circles is harder than cataclysm.
Okay, I don't know about that. Then, after Vortrox beat the ship part like 5 times and SD got sick of suffering, they both started playtesting earlier parts of the level as well.
Where's my icon?
Where'd you go? I wonder what's up there. Yeah, so apparently if you buffer this spider orb, you survive for like a second and then die. This is why you have playtesters. I never would have found this on my own, dude.
This is getting reminiscent of the Welcome to GD News first part.
You would not believe.
Oh yeah.
What? 2.2 is a revolution. Am I doing this right?
Yeah. God, you make gameplay yourself and you're like, oh, this is so intuitive. And then you see someone else play it and you're like, oh, maybe it's like actually really learning.
No. Go up! Oh my god, bro.
Maybe like make these spikes at the top bigger so you can't like go into the portal too high.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. That's a good point.
It's not like nerfing it, it's like buffing it, but for a good cause.
Yeah, yeah.
What? Bro, what did that death message just say? Why are those solid objects, bro? Dude, like, what's with the single spike, bro?
I had to nerf this jewel a lot because it was like, I was playtesting it like after not playing the level for ages and I'm like, why is this jewel so hard all of a sudden? And then I looked back at my footage and I was like barely surviving every attempt.
Or wave hit the slopes that cover the screen. Wait, how am I supposed to not do that?
Nice death, bro.
I should probably change that. I should definitely change that.
Thanks for having me playtest. Based on how the gameplay looks to me, it looks like something that I would enjoy a lot on my computer. Like if I was playing on a computer, I think like it looks pretty fun. Talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys in a week.
True. Yeah, so this was filmed before I met up with Vortrox, SD, and Moldy, and a few other people at VidCon. Yeah, I went to VidCon with everyone. It was really, really fun. If you missed it this year, I'm probably going to be there next year as well, just because this year was so much fun. But yeah, that's also partially why there hasn't been a video for like over a month. Whoops, sorry. I made a video on the second channel talking about that, and there's a few more videos on that channel, so definitely check that out if you want. Okay, so it's good to know the ship is like the least learny part of the level.
I mean, I'm also kind of like, dare I say, ship carried. I feel like I'm fairly good at that game mode. Where is the other icon going? Why is he just bouncing? This is indeed a goofy level. Am I supposed to go down here?
Oh, that's also a
problem.
problem.
That's a click.
You're not meant to go down there.
Oh, am I supposed to like double tap
to,
here?
like, yeah, okay, I see. I should make that more obvious that you're not meant to go there.
Let's go!
Oh no, that's also a problem.
Yeah!
Oh,
what
the
is
camera
that?
moved as well. Alright, and from there, Vortrox completely ate that ship part for breakfast. And that pretty much concluded the playtesting. So thank you so much to SD, Vortrox, and also Stallion for chatting afterwards. I've got quite a long list of changes I need to implement now, including these slopey parts here. I want to nerf these, but they'd be a lot easier to decorate when they're on grid. So I'm actually going to decorate the whole thing and then nerf them afterwards by shifting the whole top bit up a little bit. Before I do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of ground spike deco because we need to cover up the little space down the bottom. I don't know if you've noticed that it's there, but there's a little black space down the bottom. Now I'd like to go with maybe these ones. I feel like could look cool, but obviously you can't see them when they're black. So I might make them like a dark purple type color and then give them a group of like 395 and then make them get brighter as you get to them with an area tint trigger. You already know, dude. You already know. Player 1, 395, and and then I'll use this one here. Yeah, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Let me apply that to a lot more, and then I'll also flip it around. Yeah, that's really cool. It gives like a not so subtle, I guess, outline to the top and bottom of the screen. That's super cool though. I really, really like that. Okay, nice. Just chuck some of this glow behind them, so it kind of, you can see the outline of them normally, but then when they glow up, that'll look like a bit weird. It makes it less obvious as the thing passes along, which I don't really like, to be honest. Yeah, okay, I think that looks good. I made the ground spikes glow to like a brighter color as you pass by them, and I think that looks pretty good. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that. Now what I also kind of want to do is I want to chuck some slopey structures kind of appearing out of them. So they won't be too obtrusive, just something like this, and then I want to chuck some black blocks in there. And then what kind of a design do I want to do in these? I'm not really too sure, to be honest. Well, first off, I can add some glow there and use the warp tool to just kind of get it the right angle, which should be there, I think. Yep, that's a pretty good angle. I can select that, give it probably 44, so it glows a little bit, make sure that's layered above. And then if I copy paste that across and then half space it down, that's like the whole slope, and that looks really nice. It's nice and clean, unlike the regular slope glow. And yeah, that's okay. That's decent. Definitely needs something else though, and I'm not really sure what that something else should be. But what about even these, right? This is gonna be really weird. I don't know if this is gonna work, but warp that down like that. I feel like it needs to be scaled down and like off the edge a little bit though, as like a detail, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. Have a couple of these along the bottom. Yeah, I like it. I need to work on the layering a little bit, but that's all right. It kind of works, yeah. And then if I have some things sticking out the top, like maybe if I have like one of these guys kind of sticking out the side, and then we can use that design for these bits in here as well, which will be quite nice. Yeah, okay. I like that. So where else do I want to have slopes? Maybe kind of coming over the top of these, and then maybe you can go down a couple, go up by one. So it's, you know, it's a little bit more. We're introducing it around the place, you know. It's very hard to see these slopes, so I'm going to turn off preview mode just so that I can chuck a few more of them in place, just like so. And then maybe just to add a little bit more texture as well, what I can do is chuck in some of these, kind of bring the theme back. And I want these to be color 44, but like really, really dark. So like that type of thing, just so that they're very, very subtle, but they're in there. Chuck them on layer 2, I guess, and then I'll just free move, rotate those around the place. And I want to make these just subtle enough to where you're not going to really notice they're there, but it'll kind of add to that vibe subconsciously, right? This Geometry Dash level hacks your brain. You think there's no more details in this block, but then you realize that there are actually details in there. The creator actually did this in order to hack your brain, to make you think that there is nothing else in there, but in fact there is. Make sure to like the video if you don't want to have your brain hacked. What the base does to a man, bro. Holy. Yeah, it adds just a little bit more detail to it. I think that's cool. I think that's sick. Whoa, I hit that orb before I hit the portal. Dang, that's a really tough timing. That's impressive, actually. Alright, so I'm just copy pasting these 2x2 structures around the place where I think they fit. And I think that's pretty good. And obviously I'm not going to put this like below all of them because that's not really very fitting. What I could probably do though is give them some form of structure that connects to here. Maybe I could just do some half slabs. Could be nice, could be nice. I'll even do these ones, yeah, bugger it. They are black though, so they're not very visible. I know there are colored ones somewhere. Here they are, yep, these ones. Yeah, that's a nice little detail that connects it to the ground. I think that's cool. Alright, so I'm pretty close to having this little pilot part done. I think the next thing I want to do, let me just delete these. There are a bunch of little polishing bits I do want to do, but other than that, I think I want to do the animation for this guy falling down into place. I think that would be pretty fitting. So let's go ahead and I guess just select this whole top bit here. And let's just go down the chain, selecting all of these and extending them out like so. So that'll cover the whole screen and then it'll go runk like that. I think that would be cool. So let's give each of these a group then. And I want to move it down by -10. Oh, that's a weird movement. Not really what I had in mind, but kind of cool. I was thinking more of like a 0.3 bounce out type easing. Maybe just ease out on all of these except the last one, which will be bounce out. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that delay is kind of neat actually, how the last one just clicks into place like that. I really like that actually. Okay, nice. And then these laser beams will just kind of turn on when that happens, I think. Or maybe even move up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a really nice movement actually. I really like that. I also think I would like a little bit of glow around this laser beam, which I'm not going to do anything too crazy for. I think I'm just going to do like this type of a thing, going up like so, and then make that that color. Yeah, I would like that to be a little bit more radial. So what if I do something like this and then just warp it? All right, cool. That's literally 4 objects as well. Just make sure that's layered above like literally everything and give that the group as well. The inside at the moment is just brightness of 0. What if I give that just a brightness of 1? Oh my god, bro! Oh, I nearly just died because of how sick that looks. Hold on. Dude, that's awesome. I cannot overstate how great that looks. Oh, dude, I love that so much. I thought having the inside be invisible gave like a unique look, but dude, having the inside be like full brightness is actually so sick. It's so cool. Well, I'm sold. I don't see too many places where we can incorporate that, if I'm being completely honest, but like, I don't even care, man. Holy. I can't believe how well that worked. Like, I can't believe how good that looks, man. Now I need to do, like, these structures here and these bigger structures, which I won't lie, will be a little bit difficult. But I think I can probably do a cool thing with them. I don't really know. With these ones, I can probably do some form of, like, a bunch of pillar designs in a row like this, right? Hear me out, hear me out. So I'm gonna have these start off, like, 1 block separated down like so. Boom, like that. I'm gonna give these a group of 409 and then give these a group of 410 and use an area move trigger. Pretty predictable, eh? I got it to kind of work, but it needs to start off like that. Okay, that really confused me for a second. I'm not gonna lie, but it's chill, it's chill. So we just build it like that and then it should like do what it's meant to do, right? Yeah, that's cool. I like that. It's how to make straight flies a little bit more interesting. And it's a lot easier to do in 2.2 now with the, like, well, with the area move trigger. So now I just got to come up with a design to chuck on the inside of these, which I think I'm tempted to do something similar to this with the rotating objects in there. Okay, so hear me out, right? I'm going to chuck these in all of the blocks just like so. But then for these objects, what I might do is just chuck them in every other one like so. So they're in those ones. And then for these ones, I'll do something different. Maybe like, what about like semicircles? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. And then for these ones, I'll do black semicircles. How about that? These aren't semicircles. These are like quarter circles. And then they cover most of that. So it's like a little bit more of an interesting effect. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, that looks cool. I'm happy with that. I think that is cool. What I don't love is that it does peek out below these structures, but I don't think there's really too much I can do about that, unfortunately. Oh my god. Wait. I don't know what I'm going to do for this yet, but genius idea, right? Genius idea. Take one of these guys, scale it up, give it the rotating group, and then just like chuck it there. And then so that'll look like it's like twitching around a little bit, right? Dude, look at that little detail. That's so awesome. I love that so much. Okay, nice. Do I want to have that sticking out of the ground spikes down here, maybe? Yeah, kind of. That is like a good ground spike detail like that, yeah. Bit of a stroke of genius on my part, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that part down the bottom's looking very nice and full, actually. I'm liking that. Something I could probably do is if I select all of these along here, if I just extend those to the ground, I think that would help a lot, I'm not gonna lie. To make these feel a little bit more solid, though, I might put like a little overlay behind them. An overlay, is that the right word? I don't know. I'm gonna grab these slopes here and then give them one of the colors that's like, maybe even 0.8 black. Chuck that on T3 over everything, just so it kind of dampens what's below it. Yeah, so you can kind of see like that. I think that works. Yeah. Okay, and then what if we chuck some subtle like 2.0 fire? I know it's like not very widely used, not very widely accepted, but I think it could be funny. So I kind of want to do it. Just kind of chilling down there. Nothing too intense, you know? And then, of course, something else I want to do in this part is pulses. Can't believe I've got the pulses. I'm just going to do very simple, like, do, where it goes like a little bit darker and more blue, maybe. And that'll be pulsing mainly color 44, but I will pulse other stuff as well, I think. So go to a little bit more blue and just a little bit darker, just a fracco. And I'm actually going to chuck that on a spawn loop as well. Okay, cool. So now I got that pulse in place, and let me do the same for the other colors as well. All right, cool. Got some basic pulses in place, and I'm pretty happy with them. I think that makes it feel a little bit more alive, I suppose. Something else I might do in this part is instead of using these spikes here, what I might do is use these ones. I never use these spikes, bro, but I kind of want to. I feel like they'd kind of look fire. Because they got half spikes as well. Like, they're kind of awesome. Kind of awesome. They're just kind of hard to decorate. But I'm willing to embrace the challenge. Let's at least see how they look first, though. Let's give that a look. I feel like they wouldn't look too flash without glow. Honestly, I think if I use glow right in this part, I can probably make it look decent. Like, looking at this, right? Obviously, these should have the glow off, and so should this, I think. But if you look at, like, these blocks alone, I think they look pretty decent with the glow. Same with, like, this one here. It looks not terrible. Okay, anyway, I do actually still need to come up with a design for this. I never did that. We're not using too many pixel blocks, so I feel like some more pixel block love would be nice. I could probably chuck, like, a little detail like that on the top would be kind of neat, I think. I might brightness down them a little bit, but I think that could be cool, yeah. Still doesn't take away from the fact I need something on the inside. I don't know what to do for it, bro. Might just do one of these. If I rotate that around, or like this one, you can see it just rotates around the shadow, which is kind of neat. So I might do that, give that like 45, 45. Give that group 1, so it rotates around, and I'll chuck that on B2, just like so. Ooh, and that banner looks like a phantom type thing. I think that's neat, yeah.
I'm a fan.
Please tell me you used like World Edit or something.
Very simple, but I do like it. I think some more like phantom details would be neat as well. I don't know what, but something. More banners, I guess. I know these are like cool little details that you can chuck in that are like animated. Maybe those will look cool in there. Yeah, I like that rotating detail. I think that's cool. Adds to the kind of mysterious atmosphere of like, why are these things like phantom type things, you know? What's the deal? What's going on with them, man? It's definitely what everyone's going to be thinking whenever they see this. Absolutely, dude. Now I need to do some more ground spike deco on the top, and this like little test part will be almost done actually. Yeah, wow. Okay, so we still need to do the saw blades and some orb deco perhaps, but I think for now I'm gonna try and continue this decoration from here all the way until like at least over here, right? Alright, so I went ahead and extended this part all the way over to here, and I built some of these structures down the bottom, including some of the moving ones. So the moving ones are in there to add a little bit more like dynamicness, I guess. You can see those in there, boom, just like so. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Something else I would like to do that I think would be kind of funny is a little effect with these munchers here that took a little bit too long and I wasn't super happy with. Pretty much the main idea is that I wanted to have a bunch of these muncher dudes kind of fly past in the background, like a school of fish. They fly past, and then they fly back. And the only reason this is possible in 2.2 is because you can actually disable the hitboxes on them, so they don't, like, randomly kill you. And after spending ages trying to tweak it and make it look good, it looked okay. Again, I wasn't super happy with it, but I decided to keep in the level and actually just log off for the day. Alright, it is a day later. I have one day, or no, I'm going on a camping trip this afternoon, and then I'm going to the US for 2 weeks, so I need to finish recording this, like, within a couple hours. Anyway, what am I gonna do for this? I think I might do a completely separate structure for this part, to be honest, because that doesn't perfectly line up with that, so I think it would be better to just, like, ka-chow, ka-chow. Maybe not a box structure like this, actually, but I guess I could do Return of the Pillars Strike Back, or whatever. Yeah, I might, do, like, a return of these pillars. I might do these pillars again, is what I'm trying to bloody say, because I think they would be cool. I kind of want to do a different design than here, though, because I don't want to repeat the same thing over and over again. It gets kind of boring. So maybe I can use, like, these ones instead. And you know what? Let's do a bit of texture variation. Yeah, we're going Minecraft style for this one, dude. Looking for some bricks. I'm thinking, like, these are the chiseled stone bricks, and then I need, like, regular stone bricks, right? That's what I'm looking for. What about, like, this? Yeah, that could be cool. Just, I don't know, do some texturing with these type thing, like so, and then I can grab these and then place them in all of the holes, like so. How does that look? Yeah, that looks alright. Definitely. Ooh, do they need a filling though? It kind of looks sick. Kind of looks awesome. If I just give them a little bit of glow as well. Ooh, with the pulses as well. That's kind of sick, actually. Yeah, okay. And then I can probably add some extra details, like, I don't know, one of these guys or something from the top, or like even a chain. A chain from the top that uses the green blending, like so. It's a bit too repetitive with the chain. Maybe I can, instead of having these on all of them, I can kind of intersperse them a bit randomly, so have them on some of them, and then maybe I can even do, like, I don't know, some of these going going all the way down some of them. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good amount of variation. All right, so now I'm going to select all of these. Actually, first of all, let me replace these spikes. Just like so. And I'm going to select all of these, select all of these, select all of these, and select all of these. And, oh wait, what group are they? No, I don't know what group they are. 409, 409, okay. 409, and then the top will be 410. And then, so I should just be able to like copy paste those to the top realistically, right? All right, cool, neat. I think that'll work. Oh, and I need to, wait, reset the groups, hang on. Nice, okay, that's cool. I think that looks very dynamic. I really like that. Okay, so now these things. Ooh, how do I want to do these? I think it would be cool if we did something like this, right? Having just single block structures like this, but then have them all connect into like one structure down here. Could be neat, yeah. Let's fill out the design for those single structures, shall we? And I don't want it to be completely symmetrical, so I'll do something a little bit like this, just to like, I don't know, make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more varied, you know? I can probably also do this down here. Oh, and then maybe what I can do is if I make this really long, I can chuck another one of these tubes on there. Yeah, dude. It kind of gets in the way a little bit. Maybe I want the scaled down version. Hang on. All right, yeah, I think that's neat. That doesn't interfere with the gameplay all too much, which is nice. So now I can go ahead and just kind of do a ka-chow, and maybe a ka-chow. All right, let me select these and let me copy paste this structure over to here. This is what a lot of this is gonna be. I'm gonna be real. Just like copy pasting stuff around to get it looking good, you know? Love copy pasting. Woo! Yes! Let's go! Speaking of let's go, baby, yeah. Make sure to absolutely demolish that like button, baby, yeah! Absolutely demolished. 100k, 200k, and now we're setting our sights on 300k. You don't have to. I just thought I'd ask. Why don't I give Moldy like an American accent? I don't know. If I don't want to do my own sub CTA, I'm just going to copy everyone else's. All right. Okay, for these, I have to do Clubstep monsters, bro. You know those weirdo looking Clubstep monsters? Yeah, I got to do like some of them type things right here. I just have to, man. Do I want to do a square? Yeah, I guess I'll do a square for the eye like that. And then what if I do like a spike for the eyebrows so it like looks angry, right? But it's just a spike. It's kind of awesome, actually. Okay, let me get the blocks in there first, though, just to, like, get the glow going. Obviously, I want to have green eyes. Maybe I can do something like, I don't know, do any of these structures look like an eye? This kind of looks like an eye. I know I've already used it, but it kind of does. What about this one? With the flashing, that looks really, really cool. I think it could do with being a little bit darker. And then I can add a spike over the top. But if I just make that 7-7 for now, let's see. Does that make it look angry? Not really. I think these probably contribute to that though. Yeah, those look angry now, bro. Look at him. Not a happy chappy. I might use some of these classic 2.1 rock objects because, I don't know, why not? I think it could be cool. I will need to go ahead and chuck a backing block behind these eyes though, because they're a little bit like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. And then of course, we also need some backing blocks for the good old Bally's old pals. Make sure that's layered like well behind. Yep. So if I make that darker, you can kind of see the effect that has on that. Yeah, I think that looks a lot nicer. All right, cool. And then I can go ahead and just add some glow to it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not predictable at all. What do you mean? My creating style is incredibly unique, and I would never rely heavily on something like glow, bro. I would never do that. Never. You'd think that of me? I can't believe you'd think that of me, right? That looks really funny with having like open there. Maybe I can, it's so stupid, but I kind of like it. Sure, I'm doing it. I'm doing the 3D lines, bugger it. I don't even care, bro. It looks a bit dodgy and a bit weird, but I don't care. It's fine. It's fine, man. It's fine. I might go full on early 2.1 with this as well and just chuck some like skulls and stuff in there, like these guys. Make them the green blending color and just kind of chuck a couple of them around the place. Like this is full early 2.1 right here. If you ever played GD in like early 2.1, you know the look, man. You know the look. Awesome. All right, now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to select everything down the bottom. I'm going to give that a new group of 413. Do the same with the top here. And then I'm going to do a little effect where I'll make them both go one block. So it kind of munches and chomps down. And then as soon as it's done, I want it to go -10 and do ease out. Let's see if that works how I think it will. Yeah, like that, like that, like that. Nice. Yeah, I like that. I think that's cool. I think that's awesome. Okay. I do want to also add a big bit of glow over those, but by those I mean the eyes, of course. But other than that, I think that looks really, really cool. I think that's sick. All right, cool. Well, I think between here and like what we have decorated, I think it's going to be more of the same pretty much from what we've done over here. So I think I'm just going to do that real quick. Okay, so I may have gotten a little bit carried away and may have spent the past hour just like building the rest of this part. It goes all the way along here, the last slopey bit. Look at that. I even nerfed it a bit as well, so it's a bit easier. And I haven't done this end bit yet because I'm not really too sure what I want to do for it. I have a bit of an idea, but I'm not too sure yet. I think first before I do that though, I came up with an idea for the ground spikes here. So they look a little bit odd. I might grab some of these guys here, right? These are like the outlines that you chuck over them. And I'll make them maybe even... like just a dark purple by default, but then I'll give them an area tint trigger rather, to make them like go bright green as you go past. I think that could make for a really cool effect. I don't know if that's going to be too obnoxious. I'm almost certain it will be. Ooh, that gives a very, very interesting effect actually. I kind of like that, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I actually, you know what? I like that. I don't think that's too in your face. I don't think it's too obnoxious. Why is there randomly one in here? Get out of there, bro. Also, something else I did right in this part here, if you skip that orb, you hit those pads and it will probably kill you. It makes it significantly harder, but yeah, these pads are like kind of little bits of decoration in there, but you can only hit them if you're normal gravity. It's a fun thing about gravity pads. You have to be the like right gravity in order to be able to hit them. See, they have no effect on me when I'm like going through upside down. Something else I'm kind of tempted to do as well is if I go to the layer that these little guys are on, right? And I might give them an area fade effect as well. Yeah, see, that's like way too obnoxious, right? I don't really like that, so I can just lower the tint value to like maybe even 0.2. I want it to be really subtle, but just give like a little bit more dynamic feeling to it, right? Yeah, that's perfect, dude. That's perfect. I really, really like that. Okay. All right, cool. And now we only have a couple more things left to do, that being mainly like orb deco and the sawblades, I think. Oh, and plus these arrows, I kind of just chuck them around, but I do need to decorate them a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and this end part as well. Okay, but we're on the final stretch either way. We're getting close. All right, well, let's start off with maybe the orb deco. In one of like a little experiment level I made, just to kind of get back into the feel, I made this. And you can see the orb deco in this level is like very interesting, right? It's a cool effect with this like little thing kind of changing shape and stuff around the orb. It's kind of neat. And it's actually a very, very simple effect to do. So you just go into this tab here and there's like an object. It's this object here. Yeah. So if you take this object, give that a color, then if you just rotate that around, it just makes it look like it is shifting and changing, you know, but kind of in a stop motion way. And all I'm doing is like spamming it. I'm just spamming like the rotate button here. You can do it with a couple other things, but that's the one I found the most cool. Ooh, this one's neat actually. If I half space that down and then scale it up and then kind of, yeah, that could give a cool like glowing effect. So I might, yeah, just completely reuse that effect. Make it a little bit bigger so it's more of a halo. And then I can probably shift the color around to make it a little bit more obvious. Sure, I'll make it a bit pinkier. Why not? Kind of highlight that this is the orb you need to click, you know? I think that's cool. And I'll give that the rotating group of 1. Yeah, that looks cool. It's pretty subtle that it's like moving and shifting, but I think that's neat. I like that. And then I think I probably just want to do like a rotating thing, make it black. What if I chuck one of these like on top? Layer that above of all of that and then give that black? How does that look? That's kind of neat, actually, yeah. I might honestly just leave it there as well. Yeah, I think that's like pretty nice and simple, but it works. It looks cool. And I can probably even just chuck that in the portals as well. Yeah, why not? Yep, all right, cool. I think that looks pretty good, pretty neat. Yeah, I really like that, actually. Gives it like a bit of a 2.0 feel even with the orb deco, but like the halo shifting around it is really, really neat. I like that. Okay, cool. And now the sawblade design. I hate doing bloody saw designs, bro. What if I rotate them like really, really fast? So it's just like a really fast saw blade. Yeah, normally you make them really slow, but I think it's kind of funny to make it fast. Chuck one of these guys on, make that negative like 500. Oh, I literally... Okay, I can't fit that. I'll have to do negative 999. I'll make the outside black blending, so it's just the inner saw that shows, and I'll make that, I guess, 44, yeah? Up the brightness and lower the saturation a bunch. Just so it's a little bit more bright and obvious, like that, yeah? What if I do, like, a green line? A green line and then a shorter green line, so it's like a clock? That's kind of cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then, I don't know, just a big bit of glow in the middle, I guess. Why not? And then I feel like we just need to fill out the middle a bit more, which for that, I might do, honestly, I don't know. Maybe maybe like this guy here, and then give that like 44 as well. How does that look in game? I have a feeling that's gonna look really stupid, but I'm not sure. I mean, it looks kind of goofy, but hey, what level is this, man? What level is it? Say it with me. No, don't say it with me, actually. But it is in fact the goofy level, so I think that's probably fine. I'm going to copy the values of that and paste them there. Remove that saw blade, and this is for the little one. I'm just going to scale the rest of this down. And now we can go around and just replace all of the saw blades with those. Nice, nice. And we do, of course, have these extra little guys, but I don't think I really want to do the same thing for those. Just nice and simple little saw design. So now I can chuck that around the place as well. All right, cool. I think both those saw blade designs fit in pretty nicely, especially in these like tight quarter areas. I think the little ones are like really neat. All right, well with that, oh, we need to do the arrows, which honestly, instead of just doing arrows like this, I'm tempted to do something with the particle trigger. So if I chuck this here, I'm going to change the texture to not these arrows either. I know there are better arrows. Where are they? These ones. That's cool, and then I can scale that up so that they're like a little bit more visible. Cool. Now I'm gonna chuck that around where I chucked all of these arrows, I think. I can even rotate some of these as well to make them like point in the direction that you actually need to go, you know? Yeah, I like that. I think that's cool. I really like that actually. I think those arrows add a lot to it, I'm not gonna lie. Before I forget, because I keep forgetting, I'm gonna select all the size change portals, go into edit group extra, and then turn no effects on, just so that it doesn't like pulse the background white, because size change portals do that for some reason. Can look cool sometimes, but in this case it just like kind of ruins the effect of the background, so I don't really want that particularly. Yeah, that's a lot better. You can't like see the background flash. I like that. Okay, well I'm actually really happy with how this has turned out. Now we just need to do the final part, which I've been trying to think of how I want to do this, because what I kind of want to do is use these arrows here instead of the saws. So if I like get rid of these, right? Select you, select all your triggers, and copy paste build helper. I want to chuck you in the middle there, and then grab a bottom side one as well. Yeah, see, like that's cool. I like that. The only problem now though is that it collides with these top bits up here, but I don't really know how to fix that, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe, okay, hear me out, right? Hear me out. Let me first of all replace all of these spikes with these ones, like so. And then if I make these like 3 wide structures like so, this is a wild idea. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but it would be super awesome if it does, dude. And then what I can do is I can make a little structure down here with spikes on it, that as this thing moves out of the way, this structure moves up to fill the gap. Yeah, that's cool. That's so awesome. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Nice. I think that's awesome. All right, so now I think honestly I'm probably just gonna do a similar sort of design to what I've already done for all of these structures here. Okay, and then I might do like a couple long stretches here just to kind of separate it out a bit. Couple stretches of these guys here just to kind of, you know, give a bit of variation to these, because these structures are like very samey without them, I feel like. I don't know. I just want something extra. Yeah, that gives a nice bit of variation. I like that. All right, and now the glow. All right, cool. And then now that that's done, I need to go ahead and add a design for these guys here, which do I want to do something different for? I kind of want to have something below them to like, it kind of shifts them up, you know? I don't know what that would be though, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe like these, I guess, could be interesting. It's like a mechanical platform. Yeah, that could be neat. And then I can have these blocks rotating around. These blocks are kind of cool. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Oh my God. Okay. It's like the best feeling ever having a reaction like that to something you've made. It's just like, it's so awesome, dude. Oh my God, yes. Something I made looks good. Let's go. And then I might even add a little saw in here. That'll just kind of accentuate the mechanical feel of it, you know? Cool. I really like that, actually. I am very happy with myself for that. I'm not gonna lie. I think with that, that's pretty much the whole part done. There's still a couple little polishing things that I would like to do. Like, for example, making these outlines here not have glow on them. I'm actually going to keep glow on for the rest of the level because I think it looks good in this like darker context. I think it's kind of neat. And you know, it shouldn't be a rule of thumb where you have to always disable the glow every single time. If I think it looks better with glow, I'm going to keep the glow off, but these certainly don't. So I'm going to turn the glow off on those. But other than that, I think that's pretty good. All right. Well, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this part complete. I'm not going to do this transition part today. I know I said I'd do it at the start of this episode or between episodes, but we'll do that in the final polishing episode. But yeah, for now, I think we're going to call this finished and let's do a showcase of the whole level. Nice, there it is, dude. Oh, thank you so much for watching this video. Yes, there was about a 2-month gap between that clip and this one. I really took my time with making this video. It was kind of a bit of a break for me. This is the longest I've gone without uploading in like, I don't know, 3 years or something. And hopefully the longest I go without uploading for a while. But for now, this one, I'm going to end this one off here. That was a weird way to say it, but thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to all the members for sticking with me through not uploading. I really, really genuinely appreciate it. Especially Imvdu and Geo of Dashes. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.